Hey everyone.
Yeah, welcome back. We're here again.
Yep.
And we are discussing the Boss DD8.
Indeed.
Yeah. We've have you ever had any Boss delays before, Phil?
I have had a couple. I've had the DD20 and I've had the DD500. And the DD20 was outstanding. DD500 even more so, but it was too awesome for me.
Well, those are the big sort of double pedals, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had a compact.
No. So this kind of continues in their long line of like the white compact pedals that they've done for years. I've had two DD6s.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it with you and dual at the same time?
No.
Oh, right.
No. I had one years ago and I sold it when I was a bit short of cash, and then I bought it again years later and then sold it again when I was a bit short of cash.
I feel like we've all been there.
Yeah. Well, I kind of replaced it though with the
What came after it? Was it a different?
The other pedal that I've got, the other delay pedal.
Oh,
what the
E20.
hell is it? No.
Oh, flashback.
Yes.
There you go. I was trying to. That's so weird. I was trying to remember what that pedal was called, like yesterday or the day before as well. I was like, what is it? Hall of No, that's the reverb. What is it called?
Flashback.
It took ages for me to flashback.
Yeah.
So weird. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, they're up to 8 now. So
this is the 8th installment. Well, no, it's not the 8th installment because they didn't start with 1. Technically, they started with 2. You got the DD2, and they don't. There's no DD4 either because apparently because the number. This is an interesting factoid. The number 4 is unlucky in Japan.
Oh right. Okay.
So they're on. I think there's only one pedal that Boss make that's a something 4, and I can't remember for the life of me what it is. But it's really rare. Like none of their other pedals do it.
But this is 8.
This is number 8.
4 is half of 8.
True. So it's, but it's I don't know what their logic is there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they missed the first one, went straight to 2. Then they did 3. Then skipped 4, went to 5. Then there was the 6, 7, which is hugely popular. You see the DD7 everywhere.
That's been around for years, hasn't
it? Yeah. And then finally, only this year,
8.
The DD8 was announced.
I've got to admit, I'm pretty envious of this pedal. It's everything I've seen and read about it. It looks really cool.
I only got it this week, and it's awesome. So let's dig
into it.
So first of all, let's work our way around through the different effects from one end to the other.
Yeah.
It has got a looper, a pretty basic kind of standard looper that I think we should just ignore for the time being. This is the analog delay mode.
Okay. Very analog.
Yeah, as analog delays go.
It's got that nice sort of decay.
Yeah.
If that's what you call it, but
then you get a shorter delay time going. A very U2 kind of thing.
Yeah, very edge.
Yeah, we turn the feedback up even more.
Yeah. Now it's gone all dub reggae.
I think digital emulation of, especially Boss's digital emulation of analog is so good. Even the DD20, like how old that pedal is, I remember the analog setting and that sounded really good.
Yeah.
Okay, standard.
It's analog without all the added noise.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
Exactly.
Yeah, standard. Okay.
This is standard digital delay. Always fun to mess around with the time knob.
That is what I love about the Boss delays, is that they do that like sort of as you mess around with the time knob and the speed, it kind of makes everything wonky.
They just go crazy.
Yeah,
and then you turn the feedback.
For some reason, the flashback doesn't really do that.
Really?
Yeah, it's very disconcerting. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I may be tempted to change back.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, so let's turn the feedback back a little bit on that one, and turn the time knob up a bit more. Oh, this is still the standard delay. So. It's definitely a delay.
Yeah, that reminds me of the DD6 a lot.
Yeah,
but I think it sounds a little bit better.
Oh, really interesting. Controversial.
It sounds less digital.
The digital delay
sounds less digital
than in the DD
than its predecessor of 2 pedals back. Yeah, like the DD6 sounded very clinical. The repeats did. I always thought, whereas that's just a pure repeat. Like nothing is lost. Nothing is lost there.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
Like there's no kind of weird artifacts or anything going on.
Interesting.
Yeah, I really like that.
We should probably do. You haven't got it anymore, have you?
No.
We should probably get one. They're cheap enough.
Yeah.
We should probably get one to do a comparison.
I'll probably find that I'm talking total nonsense. They sound identical.
Well, Let's move on to the tape. I love this mode.
Cork sniffing going on.
This mode sounds fantastic. In my
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Whop, whop.
Okay.
Laser beams going on.
This one is really interesting. This is warm.
Oh, warm. Okay.
So I would say this is kind of between analog and digital.
Okay.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it enough. Yeah, it's not like oh wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't seek it out like I'm going to put it in this mode.
Yeah, warm is what we need for this song.
Yeah, especially considering some of the modes that are to come.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Reverse. This is really good.
Ah, yes.
Now you're talking.
This is my sort of thing as well.
Sounds really
That's awesome.
I like that.
Can you will it do sort of just pure reverse, like
100% wet?
100% wet.
It will. Yeah. Turn the effect
and
level.
no repeats as well, like just pure.
Fewer repeats.
Yeah.
Okay, let's turn.
So this is something the DD6 did do, but kind of not that great. I thought.
Let's try this out. So this is 100% wet.
Yeah.
Is there still a lag? Or...
No, it's like it keeps sort of reopening the envelope almost like.
Oh, is it the feedback too much?
Yeah.
I'll dial.
Turn that all the way down. Try that.
All the way down.
Yeah. Try it all the way up.
All the way up?
Yeah.
Wow, it's going to get crazy.
Oh, okay.
It'll just keep going if you turn it all the way up.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah.
And then it'll start oscillating. Like,
yeah, maybe not all the way
play
up.
something again.
Okay, yeah, that's a bad idea. Yeah. What other controls have you got there? Is it just?
It's just these three. That's one of the downsides of this pedal. But you are sacrificing quite a bit of the control over the parameters in this pedal because it's fitting so much in. So yeah, although they could have put a concentric knob in there to give you like an extra parameter to control.
Yeah, so the reverse delay on the flashback's really good because you can just get like a single. It won't repeat the note sort of.
Okay.
It's like a pure sort of. There's a slight delay. Well, there's a slight pause and then
like
the
pre-delay.
Notes, yeah. There's like an empty space, like so you'll hear the string go ding, and then it's back at you, and then that's it.
See, that's the kind of thing you'd definitely be able to tweak and do on the DD500. So.
Yeah.
And possibly even the DD200.
Yeah.
I think there's an extra parameter for pre-delay on there. I'm not sure.
The best reverse, sort of pure reverse I've ever had, I think, was the Dan Electro.
Oh, really? Oh, the back talk.
Back talk, yeah.
Oh, I've heard
Which
so
is
many.
out of production now.
Yeah,
but that was amazing.
That thing sells for ridiculous money these days. Everybody loves those things.
Wish I hadn't sold it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
All of these pedals that
I've sold,
that you sold, you wish you hadn't. All right, okay, moving on. This one I really like. This is, I think, standard delay plus reverb. So you've got a little bit of reverb going on the repeats.
All right. That's okay. I'm not hearing a great deal of reverb.
No, it's not a heavy reverb. It's just a subtle kind of.
It's not dripping wet.
No, it's a very subtle reverb, but it's enough to give you a little bit more ambience to it than the standard.
Hold on. I'll just. If you really dig in,
I did turn the effect level knob up a little bit more, but it's already pretty much on full.
Yeah, it seems to respond a bit more if you kind of dig into it.
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
This one, I reckon you're going to really like.
Okay.
This is Shimmer.
Oh yes, that's nice.
It's good, isn't it? That?
Yeah.
I've spent so long on just that mode alone.
Yeah. That's a real worthy addition.
I agree. I was kind of disappointed with selling the DD500 because it's just, at the end of the day, it's just too much for me. Like, it just option paralysis in a box for me. Other people, I'm sure, can get like all of the advantages out of it. But me, it was just like, I don't even know what to begin to do with this thing. But I do miss the Terra Echo mode that it had in there. That thing sounds so good.
Terrifying.
So when this pedal came out, I was like, please let it have the Terra Echo mode in there. I'm set if it's got that in it.
Yeah.
So when it didn't, I was like, man, I was a bit disappointed. But then I think this more than makes up for it. Like, it's definitely not a Terra Echo mode, but it's kind of got an interesting quality to it with the pitch octave up kind of thing.
Yeah, that's really cool. That is.
Yeah, I really like that one. This one, I don't know. I feel a bit kind of nonplussed with this one. This is mod, so this is modulated delay. But
you can hear it there. So
it's quite subtle for me, and as you know, I'm not a massive fan of subtlety.
It's very subtle, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very it's a very shallow, undulating kind of a vibrato thing that it's doing to the repeats, which is fine.
Yes.
Yeah, it has its place, but I would personally crank that up a little bit more if it was me. The next one, I think, is probably the mode I'm going to use. I'm probably going to leave it in this mode for a lot of the time on my board, purely because it is the standard delay.
Right.
Again. So carry on. Actually, we'll do a side-by-side comparison just to prove that it is exactly the same.
Okay.
So this is warp mode. adjust the camera slightly.
Okay.
Knocked it a minute ago. Yeah, so that's the warp mode, and then back to standard mode again. Sounds identical, right?
Yeah, yeah.
However, in warp mode, you can hold the foot switch and get it to freeze, and like kind of, well, if you play a single chord, say.
Okay. What happens when you turn the speed down on that now? Sounds like a MRI machine or something. That's crazy.
So yeah, there's a lot of fun in this thing.
That was amazing.
It's the same mode that they had in the DD20 and in the DD500.
Genius.
My two favourite modes probably in the DD20 were Warp and Twist.
I remember the Twist. That was really good.
Yeah, I love that. However, that's what I was disappointed. It seemed like it didn't have Twist in here, but with the extra foot switch inserted into it, not only can you access tap tempo, you can also access the Twist mode as well. So I've got a foot switch on the way. So I was hoping it would be here by the time we had this video. But anyway, never mind. So there is that. And the next mode, this is the last one.
Yeah.
This is glitch.
Okay.
So here we go. We were spending quite a while on this one.
This motivated you to sell a pedal, didn't it?
It did. Well, no, actually, this one, what motivated me to sell... You're referring to the mini glitch.
Yes.
What motivated me to sell that pedal was actually the Digi-Delay. The Digitech.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that pedal is really good for glitch stuff. In fact, on my board, where this and the Digi-Delay are going to live, I'm going to leave the Digi-Delay purely for the glitchy stuff.
And then use this for...
And I'll use this probably for warp mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, this does a lot of really cool glitch stuff. So let's get into it. So if you just want to play some...
So what's actually happening there? Are you literally just pressing it on and off and it's randomising?
Oh, it is not randomising, no. I'm also turning the time knob as well.
Yeah.
So basically in this mode, the time knob becomes like a sample
Oh, right, okay.
knob.
Yeah.
So it basically minimises or increases the sample that it creates the glitch from. Yeah. So that's when it. If you open it up, obviously, then you get like a da 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 da.
It's really stuttery.
Yeah, and if you turn it right back down, it's just like a. It just farts at you basically. And the effect level knob again works 100% wet if you turn it to full. So if you want to play again, 100% wet.
Amazing if you had two of those set to different
glitches.
tempos of glitch.
Oh,
and then,
wow.
Like, switch between them somehow.
Well, to be fair, with my Digi-Delay, that's basically what I can do.
Switch between
I hadn't even
them
thought of that.
for different notes.
Ah. I'm 100% going to have to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like your thinking. Okay. So yeah, let's do this again. This is it's fun to mess with the time knob while you've got something frozen as a glitch.
Okay.
Hours of fun.
We're a million miles away from the sound that was originally produced by the guitar.
That came from that.
Yeah. Oh my life.
You no longer need to be a guitarist anymore.
Yeah.
You can just use pedals.
So is that?
That is pretty much everything that the DD8 has to offer.
Man, that's great.
Apart from a couple of things. One of the things I mentioned earlier already was the tap tempo input and expression input for the FS6 foot switch.
Okay.
That Boss also make, but you can get smaller kind of clone versions of that, which is, I'll admit, what I've gone for. Because the Boss one's just too big. It's like the smaller one they do.
It's huge, isn't it?
It's just it's still like the size of a Boss pedal, and you're like, you don't need that.
Come on, Boss.
For two switches.
Yeah,
make tiny little micro pedals. All you need.
Yeah.
The other thing was, from what I've been told, you can change these subdivisions of the repeats. So if you don't want like a standard,
so if you don't want it in quarters, you can have it in 8.
You can have it dotted 16. 8s. You can have 16.
Okay,
You can select all of that kind of stuff. I think, from what I've been told, by plugging. I think there's some clever stuff you have to do with like holding something down while powering it up and then turning something. I can't remember what you have to do.
That seems like a slight oversight, actually.
Not being able to control a
parameter. You just need a little switch.
Well, again, if you just added a concentric knob or a couple of concentric knobs on the end, and you could have had, as well as like effect level and feedback, you could also have had on there. Say, what was the effect with the parameter you were talking about earlier? That you were like, wouldn't be good if you could control this.
Oh, the reverse delay. Time.
The pre-delay.
Oh, the pre-delay.
That's it. If there was a pre-delay knob, and if there was a what was we literally just talking about? The subdivisions. If you had the subdivisions divided into like different points on the knob.
Quarters, 8, dotted 8, 16.
That would then make I think this pedal literally perfect for all things.
Flashback has one. Just saying. Yeah.
Just dropping that in there.
Yeah. Well, they've got to leave something for the DD9, haven't they? In about 10 years.
That is I think what they'd probably been quite smart about.
Version.
There is the DD200. Let's not forget. So I think they've probably deliberately held back some features they could have added.
You can't have it always, can you?
Yeah. For me, this is a absolutely perfect compromise on all those things.
Pedal.
So
we'd probably better wrap it up. This is becoming quite lengthy.
I know, as it so often does.
But there was a lot to go into there.
Yeah, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone. Take care.